What's up guys, Sports Fanatic here, and with over a few weeks to go until Fight Forever releases, I thought we'd go over the top 5 reasons to purchase AEW's game. Let's get into it. Number 1. Intergender Wrestling. Intergender wrestling has always been a tricky subject in wrestling games. Some people want it, some people don't. But when it comes to Fight Forever, it absolutely makes sense. Here's why. The roster for the women in the AEW game is currently listed around 14, which is quite small compared to the modern wrestling game. So by having the men and the women face off, you're able to get more out of your roster than you would do before. We can get matches like Jade Cargill against MJF, Britt Baker against Chris Jericho, plus who doesn't want to see Abaddon win the AEW World Championship? I know I would. Number 2. Extreme match types. Well, I think it's safe to say you'll never see these in a WWE game. Matches like barbed wire deathmatch and ability to have thumbtacks in the match itself is a recipe for disaster, but a recipe many wrestling fans will enjoy. Not to mention the 40 weapons on offer, your bottle of bubbly, your fire extinguisher, your exploding barrel, which will certainly please fans. Oh, and the skateboard. Do not forget about the skateboard. Quick plug, we are currently on the road to 100 subscribers, so if you could subscribe, that would be great. Number 3. Road to Elite. Road to Elite is a season mode which will be based on WWF's No Mercy, feature branching storylines, and will have different sets of storylines depending on if you won or if you lost. This is a breath of fresh air for many wrestling fans, as WWE's career mode seems to be very linear, which is not a bad thing, but it's good that people can have a different experience with this one. Not to mention, the fact that you can choose any wrestler you want makes replaying this mode a whole lot of fun. Number 4. Seasonal updates. As we know, AEW's game is not a yearly release, and will in fact feature updates throughout its cycle. Things like specific gear wrestlers worn like the Young Bucks from All Out, different attires as seen here by Owen Hart, and hopefully more match types being added, such as special guest referee, steel cage match, and my personal favourite, the skateboard racing match. Please AEW, put it in. Number 5. Old school gameplay. Okay, so this is probably the most important reason, the gameplay. The gameplay of Fight Forever seems to be a mixture of WWF No Mercy, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, and a bit of Day of Reckoning. Which one is it most like? Well, that's another video for another day. But overall, the pick up and play, the little nuances the game has, very similar to those old school wrestling games that a lot of people grew up and played. Not to mention things like moves through the barricade, moves on the apron, being able to jump off the guardrails. These little things are going to make the game stand out. The chaos is going to be insane, and I can't wait. So yeah, that is my top 5 reasons to buy AEW Fight Forever. Do you guys have any more reasons to buy the game? Or maybe you disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and take care.